Thoughts on the game?
Wow, that's pretty much all I can say. I mean, hats off to Coach Caputo, his staff, and his players. Man, that was whoever ended up on the right side of that scoreboard. It was going to be a great game either way. And if we didn't pull it out, I was going to tell our team I was so proud of him either way, and I'm sure he's doing the same. It's A10 basketball. What a way to open it up. But I'm just incredibly proud of our guys for their resiliency. I mean, there were so many moments where they could have hung their heads. They could have just kind of laid down, and they didn't. Every huddle was tighter than the next. They were just so connected. They were so bought in, up, down. They just stuck together. They continued to trust one another. And that's all we've been talking about throughout the last couple months, is just continuing the process of learning how to trust one another, being the most connected team we can be. And usually that works out in your favor. So just incredibly proud of our effort, and hope to go home with a win.
Now, you got some big contributions from guys off the bench, Elijah, Ramad. And part of that was Abdul was in foul trouble, didn't play a lot. I mean, talk about how much that is important in this game.
We have so much talent and depth, and obviously in a game like that, the depth is huge, right? And I think that's what wore them down. They don't have as much depth, or they do. They just didn't play a lot of guys towards the end, and you could see them wearing out a little bit. But the fact that we had a lot of guys step up and play some minutes, we were a little bit more fresh as the game continued to go on, and that was huge for us. I mean, a kid like Elijah Gray, he's so talented, and he's just been getting better and better every single day. He's had a tremendous attitude. Ramad Dean, his energy, his ability to make shots on the perimeter, his athleticism, right? And I'm just so proud of a guy like Jaffe, who doesn't start the game well, but then takes over. A guy like Will, sitting down for a little bit, comes in, right? Makes a mistake on defense, come back and hits a huge three. Guys like Trell and Kyle makes a big three. I mean, even Abdu hadn't played his best game, still has a huge bucket, a huge offensive rebound, a big block. I mean, everybody just continued to make plays regardless of what was happening throughout the game. And that's what we're going to need as we continue. Guys like Jameer Tripp, freshman, put in the game with 2 minutes left in the game, and he goes and wins the game at the free throw line and has a great stop defensively. So we have the ability to play like that. Now we have to just be more consistent.
He set a school record at 19 threes tonight. Was that the game plan going in, is to shoot threes?
Well, I mean, we got a lot of open ones because we were able to move without the basketball. We were getting into the paint. They like to keep their 5 men sitting in the paint, so we knew we could get paint touches, and guys would be open because he's a great shot blocker and he goes to block a lot of shots. So if we could create a double team in the paint, that's really tough when you kick out. Guys can't recover for that. So we had a lot of open shots, and credit our guys. They stepped up and made some big ones, big moments.
Have you ever been involved in a triple overtime game in your career?
Not that I can remember, at least not that one. I mean, that was pretty incredible. Certainly the way the second overtime finished is something we'll continue to go back and work on. And we have so much room to grow. We have to get a lot better, but that's a big confidence builder for us.
I assume the guys are not practicing tomorrow?
No, it'll be a lot of stretching, a little walkthrough, and some film. But again, rest and recovery is always the process the day after a game when you have a 2-day prep anyway. Now we'll just have a little bit extra, probably extra conditioning as far as the contrast cold tubs and hot tubs.
Great. Thanks, Coach.
Go Rams.